In faith, we oftentimes say, let Jesus take the wheel. Don't take matters into your own hands. Let God take over. Every single word of that is more than true. God's wisdom is way beyond our knowledge, and God works in ways that we could never imagine. But what if God said, if He would ever say in the first place, this time, you're on your own? To me, that would be the most terrifying thing ever. To know that God is just going to stand aside and watch me go solo is kind of scary. However, sometimes that could be just the mentality we need to push our boundaries. I heard a person once say, sometimes I pretend that God doesn't exist so that I don't just rely on God, so that I don't just sit and wish for something good to happen. Sometimes I pretend that God won't help me just to make sure that I'm also giving my all in what God has in plan for me. To think of it, this is quite an avant-garde thought. Of course God is always there for us. Of course God is always doing His works even when it's nowhere to be seen. But the thought of, I will not merely depend on God, but will also do my own bits, will also fulfill my own responsibilities as well, is a totally different level of maturity in faith. I've actually talked about this, about the relation between responsibility and faith in another video. I will put the link up here or in the information box down below. The fact is, there will be times that God sits still and observes as you go, but even so, He's still working. To make an analogy, when you're lifting weights in the gym, would it really be better if the coach did it for you? Or would it be better if the coach observes and looks after you while you do it yourself? Of course, to get fit, to build muscles, you're gonna have to do it on your own. Can you imagine your coach lifting your hand and doing your lifts together? Hey, get fit! Come on, we can do it together! Probably not. And in that same logic, sometimes God allows us to undergo things on our own. But while paying close attention to you, while looking out for you. However, the term rely on God can sometimes become an overdependence on God. Always waiting for God to do the things we should be doing for us. And that kind of mindset is hazardous in any type of relationship. We've got to acknowledge that while God is always there for us, there are certain things that are our own responsibility. Just to name a few, things from praying, learning the Bible, living righteously, treating others well, to school, work, and the secular things, and so on. You got to do it on your own. Just like in the movie Bruce Almighty, where God, played by Morgan Freeman, says,
"You want to see a miracle, son? Be the miracle."
Yeah, be the miracle. It takes two to make a miracle happen. You and God together. Another issue believers have in common is, and when I'm saying this, I'm not excluding myself from it, is relying on other people. I want to put this straightforwardly. No one is responsible for your own well-being. No one but you. There, I said it, got it off my chest. Your loved ones, your friends, they'll show you the support and love you need, but it won't make you any more successful or happier if you don't put in the effort yourself. On the contrary, your haters, your enemies, they'll take shots at you. They'll try to bring you down. It's a great pain to endure, but it can't bring you down unless you allow it to. No one can come between you and God. No one can bring you closer to or distance you from the Lord and God. You are your own person in front of the Holy Trinity, along with the many things in life. In a nutshell, bring your case before God. God will help you. God will guide you. And even when you don't feel it and there's nobody behind you, you are still the master of your own happiness. You are the master of your own success. And you are responsible for your own salvation. God has given you all you need to make it happen, and nobody can take it away from you. God bless you all.